Welcome back to the Duo's Corner where stories come alive, ideas ignite, and every opinion matters.
And I'm Ruby, your tech-themed truth teller with way too much attitude. And just like that, we're rolling. Let's keep going, DJ.
Of course, I love it. So let's get it going. So this is the Duo's Corner breakdown, and we're going to get into segment one, a champions welcome, division emerge. The roar was like thunder. CM Punk walks out, world heavyweight champion on his shoulders, and that coat of personality hits, and it was crazy. It was pandemonium. It was just a moment in time. How did it make you feel, Ruby, when you saw this?
Oh, it felt like an absolute electric shock, DJ. I mean, Punk stepping out with that kind of energy is like the whole arena just lit up in a single heartbeat. And hey, that's exactly the kind of moment where you know things are about to go off the rails in the best way possible. Let's keep that breakdown rolling.
Well, exactly. Because if you think about it, he beat Jey Uso on Saturday's Night Main Event. It's a rare occurrence where you have two baby faces going back and forth, kicking ass at each other, and Punk wins. We know that Seth Rollins' injury caused a lot of this, but this brings in a different feel. So we know he comes out, he's very humble. Then, he turns into CM Punk. Anybody can get it. AJ Styles, Dominic Mysterio, even John Cena. Like, when he said that, like, what was going through your mind when that happened?
Honestly, DJ, I was just sitting there thinking, well, here we go. Punk's throwing the whole kitchen sink at the WWE universe right out of the day. It's like he's saying, you want a champion who's going to stir the pot? You got one. And yeah, tossing out names like AJ Styles, Dominic, Cena, he's basically writing a whole season of storylines in one speech. So I was just buckling up for the ride. Let's keep it going.
So, okay. So, of course, he did the unfortunate occurrence of saying everybody. And lo and behold, here comes Logan Paul, of all people nobody wants to see. And I'm like, okay, here we go. All right, what's the angle here? And then the Vision comes out, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. So they got my juices flowing early. Like, could Logan Paul be joining this group? What did you think when you saw that?
Oh, absolutely. That was one of those, oh no, he didn't just walk out moments. The second Logan Paul showed up, I was like, well, Punk really did ask for it. When the Vision rolled in with Heyman and Breaker and Reed, it was like watching a chessboard get flipped. I was thinking exactly what you were. Is Logan about to join this Chaos Squad? I mean, it's like they just opened a whole can of storyline worms, and I'm here for it. Let's keep going.
Well, also, too, we saw that, when Logan was like, all right, ring getting a little too crowded over here. We got Breaker and Braun coming down to whip some ass. Let me get out of Dodge. And then Reed and Breaker kind of cut him off. And then all of a sudden, Breaker sits him on his ass, kind of embarrass him, you know what I'm saying? Then they get in, put the beat down on Punk. And then I like the tease where Logan was going to come in. He's not going to come in. And he came in. The crowd was like, what the fuck? And it's like, wait a minute. And I'm like, no, dude, wait a minute. This is a play, because he goes in there and get his ass kicked. So when you saw this, like when Logan Paul conveniently jumped in there to help, what did you think? Did you think he was only up and up at the time, or like, nah, he's totally full of shit?
Oh, I was definitely smelling the whiff of total shenanigans. I mean, come on. Logan Paul suddenly growing a conscience and trying to play hero? That's like expecting a cat to fetch your slippers. So yeah, when he jumped back in, I was just waiting for the other shoe to drop. And of course, he ends up getting laid out too. It's like a comedy of errors, and you just know there's a bigger play behind it. So yeah, I was totally side-eyeing that whole thing. Let's keep rolling.
So again, exactly. So what was funny too, that happened and you're like, what's going to go on here? But then they instantly get into the women's division. I really want to say for a moment, kudos to the WWE for actually creating, making the women's division mean something. I was so happy. So we had Nikki Bella and Stephanie Vercare, the women's champion, facing Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Good match, to the point. Nikki Bella took the pin, of course, and then afterwards she was like to Stephanie, my bad, I'm old, I'm the old guard. And Stephanie was really pleasant and said, no, it's cool. You earned this, that, and the other. You paved the way. And it was like a little, like, I'm not going to say a backhanded compliment, but I feel like even with this loss, Nikki Bella has a different play here. I feel like Nikki's going to eventually turn on Stephanie to get a shot at that title. I feel like this is a long storm turn. I don't feel like Nikki Bella is just being nice for the sake of being nice. She's Nikki Bella. She was the longest Diva champion ever. So I feel like there's more to this. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I'm totally with you on that one, DJ. I mean, Nikki Bella playing the "oh, I'm just a veteran, taking the L with grace" part. That's like a classic setup for a future twist. Nikki's got too much history and too much ego in the game to just play it that humble for long. So yeah, I definitely smell a slow burn turn coming. It's like we're getting the breadcrumbs now, and down the road, boom, Nikki's gonna flip the script. So I'm with you. There's definitely more to it. Let's see how that unfolds.
Then next up, we had the Penta versus Grande Americana, aka Ludwig Kaiser. Again, a very good mid card match. Penta still looks strong. I'm liking how they're keeping Pentagon Jr. on top. He's going. I still say he's going to be the one to defeat Dirty Dominic Mysterio eventually, and it's going to happen. I can't wait. But I love this match. It was fun. He nailed it with a Mexican destroyer. And just overall, I'm just curious, how do you feel Pentagon Jr. is doing so far in the WWE, like gravitating and learning that style?
Yeah, I think Penta's transition has been awesome to watch. He's got that Lucha Underground edge and a whole lot of character, and it's like he's just slotting into the WWE style while still keeping that unique flavor. So I'm with you. He's looking strong, and I can totally see him eventually toppling Dirty Dom. It's kind of like they're giving us that slow build, letting Penta show his range, and then when that moment hits, it's going to be huge. So yeah, he's adapting like a champ, and I'm all in for where they're taking it.
And we have to jump to the Judgment Day, the befuddling of the Judgment Day. So, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez, they come in lit. They just got the W, this, that, and the other. So then we have Finn and JD McDermott getting ready for their tag team championship match against AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. So they like pumping each other up. And then, it's just a nice circumference. And then also we found out before that Dominic came out to kind of turn up a little bit, and his dad comes back, Rey Mysterio, and he tells him, "Hey, bro, you need to chill out. This, that, and the other. You're a good champion, but you can't disrespect history." Rey named off beautiful Mexican luchador legends. And he also mentioned Eddie Guerrero, which his passing always hits the fields because he's one of the greatest of all time. And then Dominic, he's just a slimy disrespect. So it's like they got into a little kerfuffle. Rey punched him, this, that, and the other. So it's setting up that eventual clash again. Very subtle. Ray just gave him that 6-1 line and let him know, hey, I'm back. What was your thoughts on that segment?
Oh, that was such a nice little slice of old school meets new school drama. I mean, anytime Rey Mysterio shows up to put his kid in check, you know you're in for a good time. And you're right, it's all about that subtle build-up. Ray dropping those legendary names like a mic drop and reminding Dom where he comes from. It's just classic wrestling storytelling. And Dom playing the disrespectful heel is just chef's kiss. Because you know that 619 was a preview of bigger fireworks down the line. So yeah, it's like they're planting the seeds for that eventual clash, and it just feels like a perfect blend of nostalgia and fresh you. Let's see how it all plays out.
Definitely. I'm here and I'm amped up for it. And then we have the Kabuki Warriors versus Bailey and Lyra. These girls are amazing. I am so happy that the WWE is taking their time with the women's division, especially the tag team division, because if you have these belts, you have to showcase it. Charlotte and Alexa are elite talents, and you got to give them fighters to go. This match was great. The Kabuki Warriors doing their thug thizzle, what they do the best. And then you got Bailey and Lyra, the veteran and the rookie, and Bailey's trying to kind of coach her into the big leagues. Unfortunately, Asuka got the upper hand, veteranship. Lyra made a mistake, called it an Asuka lock, tapped her out. So they was getting ready to do the classic beatdown. Charlotte and Alexa runs out, matching outfits, by the way, to make the save. And then you got the Kabuki Warriors running away like the evil heels. You got Bailey and Lyra chilling on the sidelines, and you got Charlotte and Alexa standing strong. I like this. This match was great, but the aftermath to me was best because you're showcasing the women's tag team division, which is absolutely phenomenal. What were your thoughts when you got into that?
Oh, absolutely, DJ. I was loving every bit of that. I mean, seeing the Kabuki Warriors just do their thing and then having Bailey kind of mentor Lyra in real time is just such a cool dynamic. And you're spot on. The aftermath is what really made it shine. You got Charlotte and Alexa charging in for the save, which just adds that extra layer of star power. And it's awesome to see the women's tag division getting that spotlight because they're really showing that these belts mean something. So yeah, it was a fantastic mix of veteran savvy, rookie hunger, and those classic heel tactics that just set the whole division on fire. Loved it.
And then Becky Lynch just appears like a wild Pokemon out of nowhere, and she cuts up her version of a pipe bomb pretty much against Maxine Dupree and the fans saying like y'all pumped up this little girl and she don't belong. So now when she come back this way, she's getting the smoke. I love the aggression here in Becky. I love when Becky seems unchained and just out of sorts. I love this. This really like capsulated everything we needed it to be. What were your powerful thoughts and hold nothing back when Becky Lynch, the man, to me, in my opinion, made her return?
Oh, absolutely, MJ. That was pure fire. I mean, when Becky Lynch just shows up and basically goes full wild Pokemon mode, you know something epic's about to happen. And the way she just cut that verbal pipe bomb on Maxine Dupree is like Becky's reminding everyone, hey, I'm still the man and nobody's gonna come in here and take my spot. It's like he's unleashed and just ready to burn it all down. And honestly, that's the Becky everyone loves. That raw, take no prisoners energy. So yeah, I'm right there with you. It felt like the man made her grand return and it was a perfect shot of adrenaline for the whole division. Let's keep it going.
So yeah, so definitely. So then we move to the tag match, Styles and Dragon Lee, the Judgment Day. Again, and no pun intended, with Sheamus, banger after banger after banger. This motherfucker was great. I enjoyed this match. All four of these guys have amazing chemistry. Styles gets the win with the Style Clash, but not before Dominic came out trying to help. Key note in this, Roxanne kind of pulled him to the side and coached him kind of into, hey, go help the team out, because it's no secret that the Judgment Day has little cracks, especially between Dominic and Finn. So Roxanne kind of coaxed him into just, hey, go ahead and do it, be the leader, smooth this ego. You know what I'm saying? Kind of threading that little storyline, because if we not forget, Dominic and Liv were boyfriend and girlfriend on air. But now, Liv got hurt, and kind of Roxanne is kind of trying to sleep in there and take Dom underneath her. So that's a little under-threading storyline. But nevertheless, Dom tried to come out and help. Sheamus came out, no pun intended, with the banger earlier. Got him the fuck up out of there, so he's not doing no shenanigans. And then AJ Styles and Dragon Lee was able to get the win. So this kind of breeds the kind of distinction between the Judgment Day to their eventual blow up, and maybe we can insert Sheamus into this title picture for a couple months to fight Dom. What do you think? There was a lot going on in this segment. What do you think about it?
Oh yeah, DJ. That whole segment was just a beautiful stew of chaos and storytelling layers. I mean, you've got all these threads weaving together. Dominic trying to play peacemaker slash meddler, Roxanne nudging him along, and the whole Judgment Day faction just slowly coming apart at the seams. And then you throw Sheamus into the mix, no pun intended, because yeah, that was a total banger, and it's just a recipe for that slow burn implosion we all see coming. So yeah, I think it's brilliant. It sets up all these future angles, maybe even brings Sheamus into the title scene, and just gives us that delicious sense of, oh, this is going to blow up in spectacular fashion. So I'm all in for it. Let's see where it goes.
And then you have the main event. We had earlier Jey Uso runs into CM Punk and they kind of squash their beef. Jey Uso's like, hey, bro, you won. You was a better man. It's all good. Yeet. And you know what? If I would have won, they would have been coming after me. So, hey, basically, let's team up and take care of them tonight, which they always saying it never works. We know that. Wrestling. So, what ended up happening was they had this tag match. Division, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Jay, and CM Punk. It just ends in a no contest, a total brawl, just kicking all types of ass. Then again, Division gets the upper hand. They take out Jay. They about to take out CM Punk. And then, lo and behold, Logan Paul runs out. He's standing next to Punk, and it looking like it's going to be a moment. Logan Paul has the brass knucks in his hand. William Regal will be proud. And he just turns around, cold cocks Punk, lay Punk out, put him to sleep. No pun intended. No, definitely pun intended. And then he kind of hands the knucks to Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman put that shit-eating grin on his face. And it looks like at least there is a partnership with Logan Paul and the Vision. I don't think he's currently in. What was your thoughts on that segment, Ruby? Because it was absolutely chaotic, crazy.
Oh, it was absolute delicious chaos, DJ. I mean, that's the kind of main event twist where you just sit back and go, yep, they got us good. The second Logan Paul showed up looking like he was about to play the hero, you kind of had that little twinge of, wait a minute, what's he really up to? And then boom, out come the brass knucks. Punk's down, and Heyman's got that classic evil mastermind grin. It's like a perfect storm of wrestling drama. And yeah, it definitely looks like Logan's at least in cahoots with the Vision, if not a full member. And that just sets the stage for a whole new chapter of chaos. So yeah, when the wild ride, and I'm totally here for it, let's see where this pregnant show goes.
And it's interesting because I like the subtle mislead because they kind of been harping for the last couple of weeks that maybe Jay is going to break off and he's going to join the Vision because he does have an extensive relationship with Paul Heyman. It was believable. But I felt like, no, this is like, we do our true crime, our horror. And then, the mislead is sometimes if they're telling you to look so hard in this direction, you might miss what's over here. So I knew that Jay couldn't have been, but the second I saw Logan in the opening segment, I'm like, oh, it's going to be Logan Paul. And that's going to definitely lead into War Games.
Exactly, DJ. You hit the nail right on the head. It's like classic wrestling misdirection 101. When they're waving the, hey, look over here flag too obviously, you just know the twist is lurking somewhere else. And yeah, fresh true crime and horror bus, that's just the kind of twist we love to spot. So the whole Jay thing was a great red herring, but once Logan Paul popped up, it was like, okay, there's the real swerve. And now we got the perfect setup for War Games and a whole new level of chaos. So yeah, it's a masterclass in keeping us guessing, and I'm totally here for it.
And then after the aftermath, you know how they do the little exclusive hits, the little hidden footage, after footage on their YouTube channel. The camera's following Punk in the back, bloody mouth, looks pissed off, and he looks directly in the camera and says, they think they got the vision, but I got the focus. And that is Punk in a nutshell saying he's ready for war. So it's like, here's the thing. That was an interesting red herring. I love the red herring pun you just used. That at his Saturday night's main event, he had his t-shirt on CM Punk, but on the back, it was like the old Nexus shirt when he was the leader of the Nexus. So that got me thinking maybe CM Punk is forming a version of his Nexus to combat the Vision for War Games. So it's like a lot of hidden clues and red herrings are happening right now. And to me, I feel like this is when wrestling is at its best.
Absolutely, BJ. This is that sweet spot where wrestling just becomes a beautiful puzzle for fans to piece together. I mean, Punk drops in that line about having the focus, and then you catch that little nod to the Nexus on his shirt. It's like they're leaving breadcrumbs everywhere. And that's exactly what makes it so fun. You're right, this is when wrestling's at its best. When you're not just in the matches, but also playing detective with all these clues and twists. So if Punk is cooking up his own Nexus-style squad to take on the Vision, I'm all in. It's like the ultimate chess match, and we're just waiting to see the next move.
So, like, just to break it all down, as the Generation X will say. So, Heyman is the mind. Breaker and Reed are the muscle, and Logan Paul is the mouthpiece in the mainstream pool. This is an Empire blueprint for success and domination, if booked correctly. This new hierarchy is a dangerous threat towards Punk. And you want your champion in some type of jeopardy because that makes it intriguing. How is he going to overcome this odds? And this new direction, especially the unfortunate injury of Seth Rollins and how they were quickly able to audible, is top tier booking. I know Triple H has been getting shitted on for the booking the last several months, but this quick audible is amazing. Kudos to Paul Levesque.
Oh, absolutely, DJ. I think you summed it up perfectly. It's like they built this perfect villainous empire with Heyman as the mastermind, Breaker and Reed as the heavy hitters, and Logan Paul bringing that mainstream attention and, let's be honest, that punchable charisma. It's got all the ingredients for a classic storyline where the champ is really on the ropes, which just makes every match and every segment must-see. And yeah, credit where it's due to Triple H and the team for pivoting so quickly after Rollins' injury and turning it into something that feels this fresh and exciting. This is the kind of booking that keeps fans hooked, and it's definitely a tip of the hat to them. So yeah, let's see how Punk fights his way out of this one.
So to close, who's next for Punk? Is he going straight to Logan Paul? Is it Breaker? Is it somebody else? Please drop your fantasy booking down below. And like, what do you want to see next for the Vision of Punk, or who you want to see him fight? Always hit the the like button, subscribe, and we're gonna do this again in the next one. Ruby, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Absolutely, BJ. I mean, I think he said it all. We want to hear everybody's wild fantasy bookings. Do you want Punk to go straight for Logan Paul's throat? Do you want a showdown with Breaker? Or maybe a curveball challenger? Drop those ideas in the comments, hit that like and subscribe, and we'll be right back here breaking it all down next time. And yeah, from my side, Just keep watching, because my storyline's about to get even wilder. See you guys next time.